Hi, welcome back guys. On this episode we are going to start fitting the hydraulic steering, throttle cables, all those sort of stuff, and then probably start fitting hatches and the little pieces like the handrails, the vents. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, yeah, so if you see last week's video, I fitted the windscreen, that's on there now, just waiting for the glass to turn up, then I'll finish a couple bolts I've got to tighten up and silicone, and also I've got the windows, just waiting for the bolts for them. But this week we're going to be fitting the vevor steering, hydraulic steering. Comes as a kit. I've got the one with the steering wheel. Obviously I can change the steering wheel in the future if I think, oh, I want a little bit smarter one or whatever, but it don't look too bad, to be honest with you. Yeah, so got the cables, the main reservoir, and the bit that connects to the engine. This is all new to me, so I have to go through it all. I've checked a few YouTube videos out. Seems pretty straightforward. Obviously all I want to do is probably get the steering on, get it all connected up there, get this connected down here, and then try and work out whereabouts I want the holes to go through, and where to drill. I only want to drill once, obviously. I don't know if I'm going to do a certain size. I think I probably will do a certain size hole, get everything to run through there, all the controls and all that. So this side will be controls, steering, wiring, helm, and then there'll probably be one hole that side for the fuel. Yeah, anyway, going back to this, yeah, look, I'm going to start on the steering, measure that out. I think the instructions come with a template, so we can line that up there, get it all nice where I want it. Drill the 4 holes and the big hole, I need to measure that, see if I've got the right size bit. If not, we'll just drill the hole and jigsaw around it anyway. It's not a big deal. Yeah, but yeah, this should be fun. I don't know how I'm gonna video this one. Don't know. So most of it will be on the time lapse, like I normally do. But there is a lot of YouTube videos out there showing you how to put this together, if you're going to have one of these anyway. But yeah, so let's get straight into it. Okay, and that is the holes drilled out for the steering column unit. Fits perfect. And that is also the hydraulic ram, or I don't know what you call it, all set up there. The only things I had to do was change this around so the tubes come out through this side, port side, because obviously I'm going to run the cables all the way up and behind the steering column there. So really the next thing is to get all the fixings onto here. The way they've done this system is, if you can see there, starboard and port, an S and a P, and basically you just pick whatever colour you think you want for either side. And then what they say to do, well, I see YouTube, what you can do is swap these around. So basically when you put it in the back of here, it actually goes to the opposite side. So port side in here will actually go to the starboard side on there, vice versa obviously. So they just say swap it around, but as long as you know what colour you've put in what, I don't see why you have to do that. I'm actually going to change it a little bit, as in this side's going to go into the steering column, and then I can run the cables and use these, which are these, tap it, you know, it goes in, you screw it together for these ends, because then I can work out how much, where I want to drill, how to do it. I can get everything set up on this end securely, run the tubing down, and then, like I said, drill a hole through there. So we're going to carry on with that. I'm going to work on this bit, get it all clamped up, and then I'll be back. Okay, and we are pretty much there now. Obviously you see me drill the hole, that's gone through. I'm only done these hand tight so far. I could have finished it today, but I need to buy the rubber that goes around there to seal it, and I can't pressure the system before obviously putting these pipes through it. Otherwise hydraulic oil is just going to go everywhere. So I've just done it hand tight for now. Left a lot of, a bit of slack as well. Obviously what I've done is put the engine furthest away it can be for these, so I didn't cut them too short. I've left enough wiggle room just in case. So that, and then obviously I've got the steering on now. So really, as soon as I get that rubber thing, I can put that on there, tighten them up, and then we go to the reservoir up here. You get a special hose with this, and then obviously that goes on the bottle that you get. I've just bought some hydraulic fluid as well. Get that set up like that, and then come back down here one at a time. The bleed valves are here. I don't know if you can see them in the dark here, so just take that off, put the little tube, the other tube they give you, into a pot to save the hydraulic fluid, and then all you do is keep turning this one way until all the air bubbles come out this end, and then once you start seeing a continuous flow, tighten it back up, and then swap the hose over to the other one, undo it, and then the same again, just do it the other way around. Yeah, I'm pretty much stuck with this bit here. Also, I'm thinking through this hole I need to put, so I've got the steering, I need to put the gear and acceleration cables through there, and also the wiring harness. So it might be worth actually putting the wire harness through first, because it's actually quite a big bit. So get that set up through, and then I can put these back through, because these aren't too bad, and then get the cable through. But that'll be tomorrow now when I can get the part. Yeah, so tomorrow we can get that done. We can get the throttle unit set up here as well. Get all this closed off. Okay, anyway, enough talking. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, new day. Weather's cooling down a little bit. It's supposed to heat up at the ending of the week. So I went to the shop. I've now got these, so we can get all the tubes through it, all the wiring, all the cables. Also got all the bolts, nuts and bolts for the windows, battery connectors. The only thing I'm going to do quickly is going to drill the hole bigger, so it fits that. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff going. It's only going to be a little bit bigger than what I've done, but it'd just be so much better for the cables. I mean, it's going to be sealed anyway, so do that. I'll put you on time lapse. So we'll do this. We are going to get all the cables through. I've just got new throttle cable and gear shift, so we can get them through, pull them out a bit, wiring harness and the cable that goes to the gauges at the front. We'll get all them through as well. Yeah, so I'll set you up on time and we'll just carry on. We've got to crack on now. Okay. Okay, got all the cables through. Haven't attached the throttle or gear just yet, or the electrics. Tightened up all the hoses, as you could see, and bled it. And if you see, and then if I go the other way, all perfect. The only thing I think I will do in the future is get a little bit more hydraulic, because that's all I had left over, and I couldn't really fully bleed it without this hose getting empty. So yeah, I want to get another litre and properly go through it all, and obviously I want it to all run down, all the bubbles out, and then tighten them up. But at the moment it's working. The reservoir is filled, so there probably is a couple air bubbles, but that will be, I'll do that just before I put it in anyway, or close to that time. So really the next thing is I want to attach all the cables. I need to swap this round because originally this come from a boat that had it on its left side. All I need to do is take this handle off, swap it over to here, and then attach the gear and throttle in here as well, and then we can sort of like work out whereabouts it needs to go. There is a couple spacers it comes with, so it can come out a little bit further than what it is. But yeah, so we'll carry on with that, and then after that it's time to start looking at the batteries and fuel tank holders, because after I've done them two and hooked the batteries up to the engine, really we are ready for boat safety certificate. They don't care if the windows and all that ain't finished. It's just mainly obviously the safety side of it, which is all of this part of it: the fuel, the battery strapped down, the engine, fuel hoses, all that sort of stuff. And the longest thing that I've got left to do really is, like I said, get the battery stand and the petrol tank stand, because I'm going to fiberglass some of them in, I think, and some of them are going to be screwed to the boards, bulkheads. But anyway, enough talking. Let's carry on hooking all these up and attaching the gears. Okay. Okay, I just quickly hooked up the engine as well, so all the cables are hooked up. The only thing that's not hooked up is the positive and neutral. I'll do that at a later time. Probably actually going to go through a different hole like this one here. I think originally they must have squeezed it through some other hole, because there's no way they're getting it through that bit there. So I might, this is actually rubber. The negative and positives here anyway, so I might actually tap into that, and then in the future I might actually shorten this hose so it sits in here properly instead of hanging down here. Not too sure yet. Obviously it won't make a difference where I place the hole or anything, and obviously I'm going to cable tie all these up and make them look a lot smarter. But at the moment that's good. It's all hooked up. Steering's hooked up. That is temporarily, it is going exactly there, but I'm going to have to build something a little bit thicker than this, just because, as you can see, it goes into the window, which is not good. So it just needs a little bit of adjustment. Next, I'm going to get in here, probably start with a fuel tank, find the right size board. I've got a couple boards up there, one board for the petrol tank and one board for the batteries. Batteries will be going this side in that corner there, and then the tanker sit at the bottom of there. Yeah, so carry on with that. Okay, it's a new day. We spoke about all that connected yesterday. So I started building the battery box and I put it in the corner, and I think I've decided, well, I have decided, I don't want to risk putting the batteries in there right next to a fuel tank. So I had two other options really, is to come into the cabin. So I'm gonna have a fridge freezer here, and I was thinking maybe put the batteries there, or move the fridge freezer over to there and put the batteries here. But what I've decided to go with is in the toilet, and they can go there. Probably box it off in future, but there's still so much space if someone wants to use a toilet for now. Don't think this will ever have a shower room. Sorry, it's getting a bit dark for you guys. Shower room, so this is perfect. I'm going to put all the electrics on that backboard there. I'm going to screw another board to it so I don't put so many holes in the main bulkhead. And all the electrics can go there. If there's an emergency, I can quickly come down here and do whatever I need to do. So that is what I'm going to go with. The fuel tank, obviously, is going to go in there. Apparently, it don't need strapping down from the safety guy, but I still think I'm going to get a strap prepared. Don't think I'm going to board it out. I don't think it needs it. I'm just going to fiberglass some clips down, and then I can just strap it on. So that's the plan for today. I've also got all the electric cable, which I might have made a mistake on. I just got to measure from there all the way to the engine. That's the furthest one I need to do. But yeah, let's get these batteries strapped down there and sorted out. Okay. Okay, and that's the batteries firmly in, strapped down. Fuse panels in. I know the fuse panel has got a negative bus bar there, but I just feel safer having the negatives on a separate, further away a little bit. Also why I did it, I just quickly put the hatch down, screwed that together. So yeah, I measured the cable, ain't got enough of it to go to the engine, but I can use all this for going to the fuse box, going to the bus bar. I've also got a battery reader that's got to be hooked up. That's really the first thing I want to hook up, because I fully charge these batteries before bringing them here. So put the battery on, it hooks to a negative on this, and runs one little wire to the positive, and then I can keep an eye on my batteries from the start, even in this boathouse. Got a kill switch, just trying to work out where to place that. As you can see, I've taken the door off for now to make it easier for lighting. So I'm thinking for the kill switch, I'm actually thinking up here, if that makes sense. So through the hatch to the left, I can lean down, knock that off if I want to. I'm just trying to work out maybe up there. Obviously it's going to be, all of this will be behind and you're only going to see this. I've just got to work out how far the key comes out so people don't knock it. Otherwise I suppose I could fit it over here actually. Might be better. Just work that out while I go along. What I forgot to bring is my clamps, and I'm going to heat shrink like I have done with these two here. So yeah, I've joined these two together. So the way I've done it will now turn the Still be 12 volt, but it'd be 220 amps on these. If I cross them over, you would get 24 volts, but only 110 amps. So yeah, this would be good. Just trying to find all the stuff out now. I kept it to one side and lost it. But yeah, so I've got that. And like I said, I've got, oh well, I haven't said, got to hook up the gauges for the engines, and also the battery meter will be sat somewhere here. I've got to try and work out where's the best place for it all. Let me just quickly find all the bits out and then I'll be back with you. Okay, I think I left them at home. So instead of wasting a day, what I'm going to do next is fuel hose. I am going to drill the hole over here for the fuel, and then I can get the fuel tank laid in there and roughly see where I want to pull it and whatever else. So next thing, let's start drilling this out, get the rubber protector hooked up, which not a lot will need cutting on this one. Hose should fit through there quite good. So yeah, let's carry on with that. Okay, and that's that rubber hooked up. Fuel tank is almost set up. I just got to bring the connection next time I come. I was actually going through tidying up a little bit, and I found my battery reader, so I'm going to try and hook that up today, just so the reading's permanent and right. So let's do that next. Okay. Okay, that was a bit of a pain. I had to take the steering off and that was stuck, and then trying to cut that because I didn't have the right size was a bit of a pain, but it's in now, all working good. 220 amps, good voltage, 12.7. I might have to reset this chart, double check the battery percentage and start it again, but that's how much we're drawing just on this idle screen. And then obviously once that dims down, that use a bit less. But yeah, so go back here, and that's what it is really. Everything that this battery reads off is all the negatives. It doesn't do the positives. It's just from the neg. So, and then it just draws one power lead, just like that. So yeah, anything I plug into this now, that will read it and tell me how much it's using, and it's a pretty good system. But that's going to be it for today. I've got to go and get all my stuff to splice that and cut it and heat wrap it, and because what I need to do next is I need to get a positive from there to the kill switch, and then from the kill switch back into the fuse box on the same one. So wannabe battery, wannabe kill switch, and then wannabe battery, wannabe fuse box, and then whatever I connect the fuse box to, I'll connect the engine to as well. So once this is turned off, that's the engine, no power to that as well, and no power to the electrics, just safer. But yeah, anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, new day, more on the electrics. Gonna start putting these nav lights in as well, get the kill switch in, I have decided to put the kill switch here because then it'll run, because there's going to be a board going up here, which is there obviously, and then it will be tucked away. I can put all the wires down there. I'm thinking put them down there, tidy them up behind on the bedside, and then have a hole at the bottom which can come through, and all the wires can come nicely into here. So that's the plan. Got all my tools ready for it, the heat shrink ones and the wrapping, so obviously it all looks good like this one I've done. But yeah, so let's just carry on with this. Okay, this is definitely going to be a hard one to film. Got the kill switch in, and I need to buy some cable tidies or whatever they're called. So basically I've got the battery that is going to be fed around here, cable tied to this and going up and around. Same with the fuse box, and they both go to the kill switch up there. So yeah, batteries on this one, fuse boxes to that, then the engine will be on that as well and go and shoot off down there, and then obviously the neutral from the engine will come onto the bus bar, because all my neutrals have to go onto this. So yeah, so that then get it out, then that means when I kill it, the engine won't run and the fuse box will be cut out, which is the safest option. So really next I do need to go to the shop and get some more cable. I definitely ordered not enough, but then I did think the batteries were going in there, so I think I need to order about 6 meters of the, well, both. I just ordered 6 meters of both. I'm just going to double check that measurement, especially the neutral, that's the longest one. So the next thing, I'm going to try and get that lights in. Got the nav lights here. Drill 2 holes, one for the cable, one for the fixing, and that'll be perfect. So yeah, let's carry on with that. Okay, that last little bit didn't record, but there you go. We've got the nav lights on now. Red on the port side, green on the starboard side. So they need to be connected. I'm waiting for wire. Should be here in the next few days. There you go, there's the green on that one. It's really good. I've got the black to match this. They do it in chrome. Might have been better, might have stood out a little bit, but I thought that is a little bit hidden away then, so it's better, looks a little bit better for me anyway. So that's probably going to be it for this week. Video's getting on quite a bit already. It's been a bit of a random one, this this video, starting that and then electrics and whatever else, but we're slowly getting there. Hopefully next week we will have the wire turn up to run the cables back to the engine, and see what's going on with the glass for the windscreen, and if we've got enough time, hopefully get these windows in, and we are looking pretty much there, apart from the hatch and all the cleats and rails and all that, and a cover to come back here. That's pretty much it to go on the water. And then obviously, like I said, I want to build something here, which I'm in discussions with people about wood and see how I can do it. But anyway, I'll see you guys on the next one.
Thanks for watching. Cheers.